So, doctors, this is MedCognito here, Dr. Bruni, and I want us to go through one of our key MCQ1 topics. And today I want us to review the objective 1071, which basically talks about fever and hyperthermia. But we can't obviously review the whole objective right now. So I want us to pick on a key one, which people have asked so many questions about. They don't know how to go around it. And before we do that, as usual, I want us to pay full attention. It's going to be a very, very short objective review. And then after that, we can go ahead and get time for family and do other things. Let's switch off all our mobile devices and let's just hone in. Just a few minutes, we will not go beyond 7 minutes. So the focus of this video, frankly, is about one of the key objectives of that, which talks about list and interpret critical investigations, including targeted initial investigations, if required, to determine the cause, all right? So you realize that the objective is broad, and if you take your time to study the objective very well and you read your books, whichever book you're using, you realize that when dealing with fever, we deal with fever in children less than 30 days to 60 days, or at times some books will stretch it to 90 days, then 90 days to 3 years, then 3 years and above. And of course, the other causes of fever, like, fever for known origin and all that. But today, I want our focus to be on fever in the newborn who is less than 30 days. What do we do? But I want to throw in something. Of course, we know that fever is either rectal or oral temperature less than 38 degrees. And I'm sure all of us will know that. But because the fever spans various age groups, I want to throw in an acronym which has really helped. And for me, if you use this acronym, whether you're doing cardiology, endocrinology, toxicology, whatever, it really helps. And so maybe, even though this acronym is not the focus of this particular presentation, I want us to pay attention to it, and you can pull it, whenever you need to formulate differentials. And it's called DIM phases. DIM phases. So the D stands for drugs, the I stands for infections and inflammation, the M stands for metabolic causes and malignancies, F is functional causes, A is, anemia. Usually C does not apply. So when you get to C, you can cancel that. E is usually endocrinological causes, and S is seizure and structural. So you can apply this in various situations. So, in somebody who has altered mental status, somebody who has fever, somebody who has abdominal pain, because there are drug causes of abdominal pain. There are infectious causes of abdominal pain. There are inflammatory causes of abdominal pain. So infections like maybe gastroenteritis, appendicitis. I'm talking about abdominal pain. Metabolic causes like, DKA, malignancies, of course, functional causes like maybe intestinal obstruction, and in some of the differentials, things like A will not apply, but some of them too, they will apply. E is endocrinological causes, S is seizure and structural. So just keep this in your mind. This is not part of the presentation, but I just wanted to bring it up because when we're talking about neonatal fever, you will need to know, is it a structural cause? Is it an infectious cause? So I want to leave that one there. But one thing I want you to do, and we can discuss it in the Facebook group, is, using DIM phases to formulate differentials for fever. So as I said, children less than 28 days, children 28 days to 90 days, children 90 days to 3 years, and those who are older. How will you be able to differentiate that? And a lot of the books have, broken these down. You can, after watching this video, come to the Facebook page and let's discuss it. If you need a link to the Facebook page, we'll be linking it in the description of this video as you review. But I want to take us back to the focus of the video, which is to list and interpret critical investigations, which are targeted at initial investigations if required to determine the cause. And the focus of this particular video is on the newborn child. So the clinical pearl here is that in an infant less than 30 days with fever, do a full septic workup. But many people say, what's a full septic workup? You know, and that is where I want us to get to. What is a full septic workup? A full septic workup basically is you're looking for all the areas that there can be a possible infection. So what is that? So if you have a case of a kid 26 days, 10 days, you know, with fever, do a full septic workup. And number one will be your WBC count and absolute neutrophil count. And some books will say ANC. And then you will also want to do your blood culture. And some authorities will say blood culture ×2, because that is what we do. And for example, if you have to consider a bedside test, which can be done, then that is the point of care glucose, or some authorities will say AccuCheck. Now, point of care glucose is quite different from serum glucose. So when you are dealing with a subject and you need to provide a bedside test, then write either point of care glucose or AccuCheck. So we've gone through our WBC count and absolute neutrophil count. We've gone through our blood culture. We've gone through our point of care glucose. Now your UA, or urinalysis and urine culture, as well as a lumbar puncture with culture and sensitivity. And I think I've dealt with the issue of lumbar puncture in one of the videos. And then your chest X-ray as well. You want to do a stool culture and sensitivity if it applies, because you know this is a newborn kid. And then C-reactive protein, creatinine levels, and electrolytes. So please, when you have a kid less than 28 days with a fever, think about it. I need to do a full septic workup. I need to do a full septic workup. I need to do a full septic workup. And these are the components, okay? Don't just write CBC, because that is not what's expected. You are supposed to write WBC count and absolute neutrophil count specifically. And then you can get your, you can get to the finish line. So that was a quick one I wanted to remind you of. So the assignment is kindly formulate, you know, differentials for fever in a child who is less than 28 days to 90 days, and 90 days to 3 years. And let's discuss it in the Facebook group, all right? All the best in your exam. And as usual, I'll say good luck, have a positive mind, positive vibes, and enjoy a positive life. I'll meet you in another video. All the best. Bye-bye.